Back at it once again with Higurashi. It feels like I've never left, you know? Back at it once again with Higurashi. Yeah, I can read. It feels like I've never left, you know? Back at it. Yeah. Okay. When's the last time I loaded a save state in this game? I mean, down there, those are my quick saves that says November, but that was when I first started playing Higurashi. I want to know, okay, model, come back. It disappeared for a second. It really just went by, which I'm not the biggest fan of. When the model leaves, it's almost like I leave, you know? And I don't want to leave, I just got here. You cannot do this to me. This isn't a threat, it's a promise. It's a promise that humanity will be squandered. Okay. I recently got a book for Christmas, so I've practiced reading. I'd say, with my confidence, we'll be okay. Oh, there's like the different... Oh, okay. Let's go. Load. November 27th. Oh my god, almost an entire month since I last played Higurashi. Oh god, I just remembered what tomorrow, 2 hours from now. It's gross. Okay. I forgot what button I could like press to, because I know I don't have to use it. It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Okay, that hides enter. No. Shift. Space. Shift. There was a button I remember being able to press to... Oh, okay. Control, I guess. Mion called everyone over to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. What is she doing this time? What's the catch? What's the catch? Clearly there's something amiss. What? Already? We're just starting? A standard vendor stall. The takoyakis. I pressed it just once! Wait, what did the rest of that say? What was especially standard for these kind of events is the fact that they are simply balls of dough. Takoyaki in name only. And apparently it burns. Duly noted. No, I'm dying. I think I need more than water. I need liquid nitrogen. Huh. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then, it didn't matter.
Ready? Go!
Okay. Okay. Well, so much for your plan, that's for certain. Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall. Okay then. That can't taste. Yeah, I'd imagine. Next to that was another old favorite. A cotton candy stand. Oh shit, gamer?
次はこちらにしませんこと？もちろん早食いですわ。ねえねえ、綿あめの早食いなんてどうやるんだろう。
First, you pray to the Lord that you will not die. that is the first step to a cotton candy eating contest.
どうやるんだろう。
On Satoko's mark, Mion, Satoko, and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing into our mouths? 3 seconds. That's pretty damn impressive, all things considered.
サトコはともかく、ケイちゃんも気づいてたとはね。
俺をいつまでも新入部員扱いしないことだぜ。
実に美味しくないですよ。
Rika-chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it into her mouth. Okay, sure.
こんな綿あめの食べ方、きっと日本中でもここだけだよ。
Maybe. I think only Rena's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. Yeah, you're probably right. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest, or human water pump at the goldfish scoop, at the rate of things we're going. True. These are just simple eating contests.
それでもおじさんは勝つけどね。
Yeah, these are just normal eating contests, I just realized. What's the catch? Like, there's gotta be some drastic stake that happens. Or I wonder if that's what they're leading up to. Maybe there's a reason they want us to eat all this random shit.
白磁気勝負ではミオンさんにはかないませんわね。
ああ、まったく。
何あんたたち。次は焼きそばにブルーハワイかけて食べる勝負にしたいわけ？
What? I don't even know what you just said. Shake, shake. Both Satoko and I shook our heads in unison.
あのさ、今度はちょっと食べ物から離れたゲームにしないかな。
Reina's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. Maybe one with actual stakes to them like the past ones, you know? It also seemed like neither Reina nor Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. True.
じゃあレナ、次のゲームをあんたに任せるよ。
Well, okay.
何でもいい。
Anything is fine, huh? She's gonna pick something super innocent, right?
じゃあね。レナは審判だよ。このお祭り会場でかいいものを探してくるの。
I somehow figured.
制限時間は1分。上等ですわ。レナの好みは分かってますもの。
Kidnaps
よ
Rika.
し、多分あれなら勝てる。
トリカちゃんはなんでスタートしないんだろう。
Uh-oh. Mion and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were.
ひょっとしてもう見つけてあるの？かいいの。もう見つけてありますです。ケイイチもですね。
Yeah, I think we have.
楽しみ。
Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless there for a few moments before Mion and Satoko returned.
こういう形で直接対決するのは初めてだな。
初めてしますです。
リカちゃん、あれで勝つつもりか？
僕も部員です。勝つためなら外則第3条ですよ。
Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on! What are they doing? Both Mion and Satoko came back, each with their own plan of attack stuffed in their arms.
じゃあ順番にね。1番は部長さんのみーちゃんから。
Alright.
悪いけどいきなり決めさせてもらうよ。
But will you really? Actually, you probably will, depending.
これだ。
Okay. Where did she get those? They were old diamond-shaped tin signs?
カレーに蚊取り線香、昔懐かしのブリキ看板だ。どう？
You've left me with more questions than answers. That's very understated. A little too understated, huh? I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They're more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of this is supposed to necessarily be cute? But there were puffs of smoke and noisily shooting from Reina's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it.
次は私が行くでございますわよ。これでございます。
It was a hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society, from the Ladies' Society's roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. And anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited the sense of sorrow to the viewer. Wait! That was the sound of blood gushing out of Reina's nose. It seemed to have rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. Who the fuck decided on this? Who the hell decided? I fucking cannot. It feels like your artistic sense is a little advent. Okay, yeah, sure.
所詮は量産看板。手書きには勝てませんわ。
I couldn't begin to follow the way these guys were thinking.
では次は僕が行きますですよ。
次はリカちゃんか。小道具もなしにどんな手を使うやら。
Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Reina. Seeing that both Mion and Satoko gasped.
しまったー。
Too late! Rika-chan tipped over nothing and lay motionless after falling on the ground. Reina hurried over to her.
リカちゃん大丈夫かな？大丈夫かな？
Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead with tears walled in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out of her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound.
Me.
You sure do, eh? Where are we in this world? Please don't.
忘れてましたですの。一番身近な手を忘れてましたわ。
I will never understand this. Reina's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her. Okay.
さすがだぜ。どこまで取っても一部の隙もない。ちびっこ、みこ、半波だ。みー、完璧だ。
It was perfect.
ただの苔を萌えにまで昇華した。これぞまさに芸術と呼ぶにふさわしい。
ケイちゃんの方がわかんねえセンスしてるよ。
You're the one who brought stuff from barbed wire. What do you mean? I'll just pretend those sharp-shooting words were cutting through me like a razor. Was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Reina, who was in full cute mode.
さあケイイチ、僕に勝てますですか?
That's a good question. What's Keiichi's idea? That cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. Well, I don't know if that's 100% your imagination. We'll find out in the future.
ケイちゃんにも何か秘策があってのことだろうけど、何を見せてくれるのかな。
私としましてもケイイチさんのお手並み拝見でございますわ。ひょっとしてケイイチも芸をしますですね。
Will he? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Reina, who gave no sign of canceling out of cute mode, away from Rika-chan.
はう、かいいのかいいの。ケイイチくん、離して。
Okay. The first thing I came to assume was the chaotics. This doesn't seem too chaotic to me. Seems pretty normal.
今から俺がもっとかわいいのを見せてやるから少し我慢しろ。
Huh? How you doing, by the way, Shiny Luna? Hope you're doing good and whatnot.
もっとかいいの？
だがここはちょっとギャラリーが多い。あっちの影へ行こう。
Reina looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine.
ケイイチさんの企みが見えないでございますわ。
Now we're blackout. Oh no, that don't sound fun at all. Good. Binging sin. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's at least a good thing.
ケイちゃんに限って、いやまさか。
No, Woody? I don't know.
ファイト、王です。
After a bit, I returned. I'm scared. Wait, and a bit after that, so did Reina, dragging her feet.
まさかケイちゃんのやつ、ねんねのレナに変なことしたんじゃ。
Miya and Sako passed by me and heading straight to Reina.
変なことって一体何でございますの？
For a moment, Reina was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her.
なんだ、みーちゃんか。
Uh-oh. What did Keiichi do? I'm scared.
レナ、大丈夫？ケイちゃんに変なことされなかった？
レナ、変なことはされなかったよ。
Maybe.
かなりの重傷ですわ。ケイイチさんは一体何を見せましたの？とっても可愛かったよ。
かわいい？レナ、あんた何を見せられたの？
Uh-oh. Reina let out a really long howl. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. Uh-oh, what's she gonna say? I'm gritting my teeth. A cat? I hope it's a cat. Please let it be a
可愛
dog.
かったよ。ケイイチくんのオットセイ。
Wait, what did she say? It was Keiichi-kun's furry little seal? Huh? Do you mean literally? Or is that a metaphor for something? Fear? What the fuck is happening? In a blink of an eye, and I am Miya and Sachiko's elbow smashed into my face. What the fuck? At a carnival, right? Yeah, but we didn't leave to go get anything. Satoko and Mion were the only ones who ran to go find something for Reina. Meanwhile, Rika and Keiichi just sat back.
なになに？
レナに汚ねえもん見せやがって。
この大関すけごましい。重複して差し上げますでございます。
違う誤解だ。
I was going to say, they must be taking this completely out of proportion. A dark brilliant aura flowed from Mion and Satoko. It was no good. They're gonna kill me!
みーちゃん、なんだかわかんないけど誤解だよ。ケイイチくんはオットセイさんのキーホルダーですよ。
Rika stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. Yeah.
昔夏休みの宿題で作ったと言ってますです。恥ずかしいのでめったに人に見せないとも言ってますですよ。ちっちゃくて可愛くて
Okay.
精一杯頑張ったって感じがとっても素敵だったよ。
なんだ、てきりおじさんはケイちゃんのあはははは。
What did you think, Mion? Pray tell. Pray. God you tell. Bitch.
さすがミオさんですわ。間違える方向もワイルドですこと。
You did the same thing, Satoko. They slung insults at each other as they looked like they were ready to tear each other at any second. Hurts from nothing. Honestly, same here. I beg of you. If I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? We were interrupted by the flash of the camera. Uh-oh, I think I know who it is.
やあみんな、相変わらず元気そうだね。
It was Tomake? I don't fucking remember how to say his name. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satsuko continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was patting me on the head, while Reina was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene. Tomatake.
こんばんはではございますが、レディーに断りもなくお写真を撮るのはエチケット違反でございますことよ。
Tomatake. I gotta say it numerous times so that way it gets into my thick skull.
そうだな。少なくともサトコの許可は必要ない。
Satoko dug her heel into me.
こんばんは。
Kapow.
明日帰られちゃうんですよね。素敵な写真はいっぱい撮れましたか？
There she goes. Vita's going out just like 6 hours on end.
おかげさまでね。いい絵がたくさん撮れたよ。
Just call him Tommy.
富武のおじさまに会えるのも今晩限りなのね。お名残惜しいですわ。いい加減とっととメジャーデビューしてくださいよね。
相変わらず口が悪いな。その毒舌もまた半年聞けないかと思うと残念だよ。
せいぜい今夜を楽しんでらしてくださいな。明日の夜にはもう東京なんですからね。
そうだね。星が見える夜空なんてまた半年お預けだもんね。
Tomatake looked up in the sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness.
富武さん、いっそ住めばいいじゃないですか。南沢。
Tomosuke was speechless.
確かに不便なとこです。店もないし、娯楽もないし、何もないかもしれないけど。
Everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomosuke was also well aware. So Reina, Mion, Satsuko, and Rika-chan, none of them butted in.
俺はまだここに引っ越してきて一月も経たないからよくわからないけど。
Normally I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Same, honestly. I just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. Even though all of this was happening in such... Okay, I'm not going to try to say that word. In a certain setting, it felt like it was all background noise was fading into existence. As I become a hypocrite... It's okay. I'm a hypocrite too. Funny moments.
ここにはきっと。
Tomosuke rested his hand on me gently, silencing me.
ありがとな、ケイイチ君。ミオンちゃんにレナちゃん、サトコちゃんにリカちゃん。
Tomosuke's smile was so slight, it looked as if it was going to crumble at any moment, but it was still warm.
僕もここに住めたらきっと楽しいだろうなって思うよ。
Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Reina.
ケイチ君、大人をいじめちゃかわいそうだよ。
Oh my god. The background clamor of the festival returned.
またしばらくのお別れなんですからね。今夜は富武さんにもたくさん楽しんでもらわなくっちゃ。
When Reina smiled, the mood instantly got brighter.
そうだね。ぜひそうさせてもらうよ。
あ、ねえねえみーちゃん、どうだろう。富武さんを部活に入部させてあげるのは。
That's a great idea. Or so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look on her face.
入部条件の一つにひなみ沢在住ってのがあるんだけどね。
そんなみーちゃん、今日くらい意地悪しなくても。
Come on, yeah, just for today. Come on.
コツコツ毎年来てるからね。名誉市民と認定してあげよう。
やったー。
Aw.
さてさて、こんな旬を過ぎたご老体にこの私の相手が務まるんでございましょうかしら。老快な大人の知恵を見せてもらいましょうです。
へへ、俺たちの若さについてこられるかな。
Tomosuke, Tomosuke, oh my god. Had stepped back slightly at our grins.
部長、園崎美音の名において名誉市民富武氏の我が部への入部を許可する。
Her words were quickly drowned by our cheers.
なんだいその部活ってのは。
我が部はだな、複雑化する社会に対応するため活動ごとに提案されるさまざまな条件か、時には準教、あるいは逆境からいかにして。
レナは弱いからいじめないでほしいな。仲良くやろうね。子供のごっこ遊びと侮るつもりなら好都合でございますわ。
着ぐるみ剥いで地獄の底に叩き落としてやるぜ。
つまりみんなでゲームして遊ぶ部活です。
Of course, Rika-chan was the only one who gave an answer that made sense.
よーし、望むところだよ。その挑戦を受けて立とうじゃないか。お手柔らかに頼むよ、先輩方。
Sasuke got riled up and did a victory pose as if he was 10 years younger. That's perfect! We continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it.
ルールはいつも通り。ビリにはもちろんお約束の罰ゲーム。
Sasuke was a bit surprised, but to us, it seemed like the same as always. Regardless of how terrible the penalty was,
負けなきゃいいんだからね。
Reina was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of
そう
losing.
だな。
I tossed a little of Reina's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment.
なるほど。これが同心ってやつなんだな。
Sasuke whispered that to nobody in particular. In that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival.
来たかい。園崎の嬢ちゃん、今年は大人数みたいじゃねえの。
Oh,
あんたの店、根こそぎかっさらいに来たよ。
his stall was a shooting gallery. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down the prize that you wanted with a cork gun.
ルールは簡単。
Okay, wait, what are the prizes on here? I guess I can't really see with Mion in the way, but looks like there's some sort of gun. I was assuming that's either airsoft or BB, maybe? I don't know. Can't tell. Is that a tank? There's a tank! There's a tank up there! I kinda want that tank. Can I get the tank? I want the tank. Anyways.
3発撃って得られた景品のデカさで勝負しよう。
Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize at the stall. It went without question. It was that one, wasn't it?
あのクマさん、かわいいよ。
Reina was gazing longingly at the large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed in on an unsteady platform, so if possible to get if you hit in the right spot.
と一瞬思わせる絶妙な配置が見事だな。
さすが圭一さん、一発でカンパすると思いましたわ。
ここは無難にキャラメルや人形を狙うのが定石のようだね。
The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on a plan that you came up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following for our club's infamous event?
クマさんを落とせれば勝利は確定しますですね。
3発しかないんだぜ。それを確かめるために使うには重いな。
へいへい、他のお客さんも待ってるんだぜ。最初のチャレンジャーは誰からだい？
先に挑戦した方が楽な景品を狙えて有利かもしれないけど、鉄砲の癖が見えないうちの挑戦は危険だね。
Tomoke-san's take on the situation was actually pretty good. Huh, he gets what our club is about.
じゃあさ、公平にじゃんけんで決めるのはどうかな？どうかな？
結局それしかないかね。じゃんけん。
After a couple matches, it ended up with Mion being first.
一番は避けたかったんだけど、ま、ハンデってことにしとくかな。おっちゃん、10。
そらよ。
When the shooting range guy handed over a rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either.
オッケー。この銃はおろしたてだね。癖はなし。悪くない。
Mion raised the gun with one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip? Okay, Will. Fire. Reload. Fire. Reload. Fire. Flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. A big haul. The crowd pushed in for a moment in awe, and then erupted in cheers.
やるでございますわ。
Tabasan was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess.
すごいよみーちゃん。3つ。
Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mion had gone for was fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets at very high return on investment.
2番手は誰？さとこ？気をつけて。弾が軽い。
Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big for her leaf body, but it didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight.
やはりここは大物狙いで行かせてもらいますわ。
She proclaimed that she was gonna go for the teddy bear. Damn, Satoko, what a bold move!
クマさんを落とせば、その時点でさとこちゃんのトップは確定するね。さとこちゃん、頑張れ！
Satoko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed for the target quite carefully and then squeezed the trigger.
弾が軽いですわ。
The first 2 bullets struck the teddy bear in the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head, otherwise it's not gonna work. Satoko's 3rd bullet wasn't even aimed at the bear, but at a candy box below its arm.
残念でございますけれど、私にクマは2が勝ちすぎているみたいですわね。
She went boldly after a big catch, but since she switched over to a less impressive prey at last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. They were laughing because she lacked the courage. Those fools know nothing.
さとこ、いい仕事をするじゃん。腕を上げたね。
The palm of Mion's outstretched and went poof as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. It appears that appears to just be talking hot air, but it was actually completely calculated. Damn that Satoko! Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent.
クマはレナさんに譲るでございますわ。健闘をお祈りしましたよ。
Then just Reina gets it one hit.
ありがとね、さとこちゃん。
She's gonna like completely dominate the competition. She's just gonna fucking shoot it out of nowhere. No questions and answers. Well, wouldn't be the first time, I suppose. I think. I don't know. Depends on how you look at it, honestly. Anyways.
クマさんかわいいよ。
Oh yeah, I know. Reina was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of the barn as regular Reina, but she said that the bear was cute.
レナちゃんはどうだろうね。一つくらい当たるといいんだけれど。
富武さんはちょっとレナを甘く見てますね。
It's Reina, you know? It's Reina Riga. I'm not gonna try. If it was to get that teddy bear... to get wheeled around to see all the commotion the spectators was making about. It was to get to Bear. She was able to shoot through the pinhole. The one known as Reina could do.
揺れてるよ。はいよ。
Reina couldn't hide her excitement knowing that the bear is slowly rocking. Now Reina couldn't lose.
さすがレナさんですわ。冷静を失えば失うほどに
強い。
Yeah, that's how my rage works, by the way, guys. The more angry I get, the stronger I get, you know? It's normal. Another big cheer. Reina's bullet hit the bear's forehead once again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before.
でも無理かもしれませんですね。
いやわからないよ。レナちゃんの腕だったらひょっとすると。
Tomosuke, fucking hell. It was just as excited as the crowd. Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Reina had 10 more shots, she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, it's a no-go. The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. Well, you tried your best. She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then at the moment, the old man flicked out one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Reina.
くれるの？レナに？
あんなすげえの見せられて手ぶらで返しちゃお天道様に申し訳が立たねえぜ。
There was another shower of applause. Reina turned bright red as I pulled her back over to us with her hand.
頑張ったじゃないかよ。可愛いモードのレナにゃ驚かされるぜ。
惜しかったよ、クマさん。
You just really wanted the bear! Oh my god, Reina. It was easy to see that it was only needed a little more to be knocked over. Reina had done quite a lot for me. I still need to pay her back for that delicious picnic.
よっしゃ、そんなら俺が。
僕が取ったらプレゼントするよ。
What? Timothy had stolen the words right from my mouth.
お願いね、富武さん。
Tomatake.
頑張れ。
Damn you, old man Tomatake. Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head before I was overcome with frustration.
ケイチもファイト王ですよ。
Tomatake carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand.
どういうことだ？
間違いない。富武のおっさんの狙いは。
Plop! 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 The time between the shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking, so Tomatake was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it had before, but that was all. It still didn't fall over.
残念だった。
All Reina's momentarily expectation from watching sway violently turned to a dejected sigh.
結構いけると思ったんだけどな。
男だとキャラメルはもらえないようでございますわね。
That was it. It meant Tomatake had no spoils for war.
つまりケイちゃんとリカちゃんは手堅く楽なものを撃ち落とせばビリ回避ってわけだね。
ビリ回避か。あ、すみませんね。
今度はケイチ君の番だよ。検討。
I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomatake-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mion suggested, then I'd be going for something insignificant. Except, when I picked the rifle, I definitely got a feeling for it. It was burning passion, passed down to me by Tomatake Satake-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Reina wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. What the fuck? Then let's not aim for it because we all know what I am, gamer. That's how it works, right? I don't know.
約束しちまったからな。
Right.
レナに。
約束ってなんだろう。
あのクマを撃ち落としてレナにプレゼントするって。
それって
Means we finna kick ass. The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Oh boy. That's not it. Fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Reina might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings?
ケイチさんも男を見せますのね。でも実際どうやってクマを落とす気ですの？レナや富武の玉で幾分傾きはしましたですが、難しいと思いますです。ケイチくん。
もっと素早い連射力があれば一撃ごとの揺れにパワーを上乗せできるのに。
頑張ってケイチくん。
After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the guy.
鉄砲もう2丁貸してくれ。
Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves.
ケイチさんは何を企んでいるのでしょう。一人じゃ3丁は使えないですのよ。
読めたよ。ケイちゃんも考えたじゃん。
Mion was able to figure it out magnificently.
つまり一番時間がかかってるのがこのコルク玉の装填なんだよ。
そうだよね。じゃあ先に弾を詰めた鉄砲を3つ並べておけば。
Tomosuke went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lenses. His photographer bloods predicted a miracle will occur. Then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. They chanted my name, Keiichi. Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! That moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. It felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it, and knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second... The third... The bear swayed hard, and then... Did it fall? And there it goes! It did! The cheers began before the stuffed animal had even finished falling to the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me.
まさか本当に落としやがるとはな。乾杯だぜ。
すごいや。おめでとうケイチ君。
ケイチさんも頭を使えるようになりましたわね。
Hey, I've been using my head since I joined this club. Go fuck yourself.
少しは見直しましたですの。
Ah, fuck you.
俺一人で落としたわけじゃないぜ。みんなで当てて少しずつずらして落としたんだ。こいつは俺たち全員の戦果だぜ。
そうそう、全員の力の結晶だね。
ミーは一発も当ててませんでした。
But then again, Rika, you didn't even shoot one either yet. In fact, it's your turn now. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Reina.
そうだ、こいつは俺から、いや、みんなからだな。いつもうまい弁当ありがとな。
Reina, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless.
ダメだよケイチくん。だってこれはみんなの。
too bad. It's yours now. Take it, enjoy it, love it.
じゃあ落としたのは俺だからこれは俺のだからレナにやる
I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time she embraced it and
俺が引
accepted
っ越し
it.
てきてからいろいろ面倒を見てくれたよなすげえ感謝してるんだぜありがとな
She's gonna kill us later. I feel like I'm gonna get stabbed. Reina dove at me. Mion told me a few days later that Reina kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remembered that I was trying to say to Tomo-san, there really isn't much of anything here. But there was a lot of things that you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa. Especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with booming echo. It was the finale of the festival.
じゃあ僕はお先に行くですよ。
おっと僕も早く行っていいポジションを確保しないとなじゃあみんな後ほど
Both Rika-chan and Tomotakai-san gave their farewells before they disappeared into the crowd.
二人ともお勤めしっかりでございますよ。ささ参りましょうでございます。
リカちゃんのあで姿を見に行きますかね。行こう。
ああれレナは何やってんだよ
Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of
何
people.
やってんだあいつ熊の世話で手一杯なんだな
じゃあケイちゃんにはレナの世話を頼むかね。私はサトコの世話で忙しいし。
誰がミオンさんの世話になるでございますの？痛い手引っ張らないでくださいまし。
They look a Gundam. I wonder if that's actually supposed to be a Gundam. Maybe. I could tell just by the design. And I may or may not have used to... I don't build Gundams anymore. The last one I tried to build, I may or may not have destroyed. That's a long story. We're not going to talk about that anyway. Oh, I didn't read that. Oops.
ケイチ君、そこ違う。掴むとこ違う。
注文のうるさいやつだなどこならいいんだ
I didn't feel ashamed at all. Reina was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Reina's hand and dashed after Mion and the
置いてかれ
others.
る早く行こうぜ
I hadn't realized Reina's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition? Wait, that wasn't what I meant. Not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Keiichi Maibara? Maibara? I don't know. In my mind. But it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Reina to see my face right then. So I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday, and it was hot. There was a pile of futons warded with rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say that the festival where they did something with cotton futons.
ケイチさん、レナさん、こちらでございますのよ。
Satsuko waved her hand in the front row.
すまんすまん
Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they saved.
どう？ちょっとはレナとドキドキできた？
やっぱりてめえそういうつもりだったのか
Instead of replying, Mion gave us Reverse grin.
レナはどうだった？ケイちゃんの手って意外に大きいとか思わなかった？
Middle finger, middle finger, middle finger, middle finger. The humanity, the audacity, the everything, all falling together. It's all collapsing, one by one. Everything. What is this? Is this the emotion of her being struck down? Where am I going with this? What the fuck am I saying? Raina turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air, turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face.
ミオ、お前いつ食らったんだ？
歯うの歯とうの間くらいだったかな。
レナ、照れ隠しに友達を殴るのは良くないぞ。
レナ、殴ってないよ。知らないもん。
Don't! The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd.
お静かになさいませ。始まりですわ。
It was the solemn ritual. Oh. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the Okay. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was a flash from Tepetsuke's camera.
リカちゃんが持ってるあのでかいのはなんだ？
祭事用のクワだよ。
Me too.
巫女さんしか触っちゃいけない神聖な農具なの。
It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting the Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hose skillfully, plunging it into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual.
今度はなんだ？布団叩きかな？
あれはね、人間に代わって冬の病魔を吸い取ってくれたお布団を清めてるの。
ケイちゃんのお布団叩きって表現もまあ外れじゃないかね。
Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. The hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satsuko looked on, slightly lending her support.
心配か？
リカは毎日お餅つきの杵で練習してましたですの。きっとやりきるでございますわ。
Satsuko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika started to sway a little, she held her breath.
ミオンとかは巫女役立候補しなかったのかよ。リカちゃんにあの重さは気の毒だよ。
Nope, nothing's happened yet. Though, what's up, Rod? How you doing, mate? Yeah, but yeah, no. Nothing crazy has happened yet. It's doing the finale of the festival portion. But I think we are nearing close to the part that makes Higurashi, you know what I'm saying?
そりゃ頼まれりゃやるけどね。
So far so good, but I'm scared for the oncoming hour. Because in an hour from now, I will be 20 years old, and I do not like the sound of that. I'm not looking forward to do my introduction. Salutations! There you go. There you go. There it is. There we go. That's what we needed to see. Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm doing fine other than about to be 20 and I hate it.
まあ誰にでも務まるものでもないし。
そうだよな。ミコは清らかじゃないとダメだもんな。
Man dove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the priest had raised up and cleansed food and the cleansed futons like a portable altar. All the spectators stood up. Following after the priest, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line.
今度は何が始まるんだ？布団を川で洗濯か？
だから綿流しだってば。
Procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. The fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day here, too. People started crowding around it and clamoring.
はい、順番。並ぶよ、ケイチ君。
I wonder what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine? Hold up, Keiichi. We ain't ready for that shit. No. Red and white bean buns? No? Well, I thought it was right.
食べ物じゃないよ。だから綿。
But of course, they didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons, balled it up like mochi, handing it out to the people. It's way worse, maybe. Reina dove into the line and brought out some for me as well, and then proceeded to the bank of the stream.
ケイイチ君は初めてだから、レナのやり方を真似するんだよ。
She held the cotton in her right hand, and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs.
これを3回繰り返すの。心の中では、お社様ありがとうって唱えるんだよ。
お社様ってなんだよ？あの神社の神様の名前か？
うん、南沢の守り神様なの。ご利益もあるけど、たたりもあるんだからね。ちゃんと敬わないとダメだよ。
That sounded like a pretty frightening god. But, well, in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Reina showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you.
これでね、体についてた悪いのが、この綿に吸い取られたの。
So you're not gonna be the first to try to kill us?
で、あとは沢の流れにそっと流してね。おしまい。
Together, Reina and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the bad illnesses from Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like these floating lanterns and festivals I see on TV. The best part, though, was the feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. Okay. Is that the end of this chapter, or is this like the next part?
初めは
Oh.
ちょっとした不安だった。誰かを傷つけたいなんて考えもしなかった。それでも不安は孤独を生んで疑念へと変わ
Wait, who's saying this? Is
り、
this
やがて
Rika?
黒い殺意が心を闇に閉ざしていった。戻らない日常。少年は足を踏み出す。その先が奈落の底だとも気づかずに。
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like
神隠し
Rika.
信じたいと思う気持ちが生んだ悲劇。流した涙は懺悔か、それとも怨恨か。
While staring off into the stream, I somehow got separated from Reina. I wasn't very lonely though. I know this place now. This is where I live. My home. It was probably better if I'd just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice though. It was Tomosuke-san's. I headed towards it.
どうですか富武さん、いい写真はいっぱい撮れましたか？
ああ、おかげさまでね。
Tomosuke-san was with a girl. It felt like I was intruding.
圭一君はどうだったかしら？
Okay, there's actually a render for her. There's actually a render for her. She's a threat. She's a threat. She's a threat. She's a threat. She's gonna be a threat in the future, I'm calling it. Everyone else has not had a render, but you have a render. You're a threat. You are a threat, and I don't like you. Burn. Eradicate.
お祭りは楽しめた？
From the way she spoke, it seemed like she was a resident of Hinamizawa. Danger, yeah, danger. I really should try harder to remember the people's faces here. What was her name?
その楽しかったです。
My face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name, because she gave a light-hearted chuckle.
圭一君はまだ引っ越してきて日が浅いんだそうだね。他の子たちととても親しげだったから、とてもそうは思えなかったよ。
If that's how I looked, it was probably all thanks to Reina and Mion.
あなたも今日のお祭りに参加して自分がひなみ沢の人間になれたんだって自覚できたんじゃないかしら？
どうなんでしょうね。
おや、圭一君らしくない返事だね。
I had tried to get used to Hinamizawa, but there's still plenty of things I don't know. The faces of the people I met, for example. Things that had happened in the past as well. Well, I felt that. I like the way she speaks. She does seem like a ada kind of person, no? I'm not gonna ever say if I ever say ada, it's gonna be like in a normal like voice. I'm never gonna say it in like that central voice. Ever. I will never say it ever. Just want to get that out of the way. It's like if you ever hear me say it, it's gonna be like in a normal sentence, like how I'm talking right now, you know? It's gonna be said normally, nothing weird about it, okay? Yeah.
なんだ、その程度のことで君は疎遠に感じていたのかい？
疎遠なんて大げさなもんじゃないですよ。ただなんていうのか。
The incident at the dam construction site. The fighting over the conflicts. That terrible incident that they pretended to not even know about whenever I try to bring it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Hinamizawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about both the good and the bad that's happened here.
それを知ることで君が納得するなら、僕の知っている範囲で何でも教えるよ。
Totsuke's smile made me more relieved than I had ever been. It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said, "Ask me anything," though. Even when there was so much I wanted to
じゃ
ask.
あダム工事について聞かせてください。ひなみ沢が水没するとかいう大事件だったんですよね。
ダムについては多分ここの人に聞いた方が詳しいと思うけどな。ま、僕が知っている範囲でいいんなら。新聞で読んだ程度だけどね。
Totsuke's son's eyes entered and focused an unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory, and then he spoke.
ダムの計画が決まったのは7、8年くらい前なんだ。黒部に次ぐ巨大な計画だったと聞いてるね。
Oh no, I can't fucking read. There are 3 major issues in Japan at that time. Improving inter-island transportation infrastructure, meeting the higher demand for electricity, and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus that they had provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction, so it was all singled out.
ダムの完成に伴って生まれるダム湖はかなりの面積になったらしいね。このひなみ沢からずっと上流の矢郷地あたりまでが全部沈むことになったらしい。
しかしなんだって人が住んでるひなみ沢にわざわざダムを作るんですか？もっと他の 人が住んでないところに作ればいいのに。
よくは知らないんだが、ダムを作るのに適した地形ってのがあったって聞いてるね。
Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rika-chan had said that they had fought. From that choice of words, I had to guess that it had turned violent.
裁判にもなったし、議会でも取り上げられたんだ。東京の新聞にも載ったよ。
Mion had told me all about that as well. I'm sure every resident of Hinamizawa had united to fight together. The feeling of solidarity found here, which could not be expressed properly through with mere words, was likely brought about by that battle.
で、いろいろな不祥事や汚職が発覚してね、ややこしいことになっているうちに工事中止が決まったんだそうだよ。
If I wanted to know, now's my only chance to ask. It was certainly a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about. I felt a little shame in the fact that I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Reina and Mion's refusal to talk about that event. But I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance. Just so I would stop thinking about it so much.
バラバラ殺人ってありましたよね。
あったよ。偶然その時期にひなみ沢にいてね。だからよく覚えてるよ。
Tomote's answer was nonchalant in contrast to my hesitantly forced out question.
ちょうど4年前の今頃だったかな。あれも確か綿流しの日だったね。
Debate on whether to continue the construction on the dam was disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident was on the final nail to the coffin for the dam project. A fight at the dam construction site ended in a victim being murdered. Fearing prosecution, whatever that word is, divided the remains of the 6 pieces and hid each one. Okay, this is partially what we read from the tips, I think in the last chapter. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but one was still on the run. The right arm he had hidden has yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I read about earlier. It was certainly a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Reina and Mion needed to hide it from me. I guess they didn't want someone who had just moved here to have a negative impression on Hinamizawa. I felt grateful for having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for being so interested in it.
当時はダムのトラブルの末期だったからね。お社様のたたりだって言って随分騒がれたんだよ。
お社様のたたりか。
Oyashiru-sama was the name of the god of the shrine that held the festival today, if I recalled correctly. I see. Their guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Hinamizawa. I don't like that. I don't like how close you are to me. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't like you. No. I hate you. Paris. That's so terrifying. Why is she looking at me like that? Like, Tomozuke, like, his face is already kind of like that. You? I just met you, so you give me unease.
お年寄りたちはお社様のたたりだと疑わなかったみたいね。
The woman with Tomozuke's son chuckled mischievously. Tomozuke began to laughing with her. It was so infectious, I ended up laughing as well.
今ではどうかしらね。結構いるんじゃないかしら。若い人にも。
いるって何がですか？
What? Yeah, good question. A few fucking what, gamer?
信じてる人だよ。お社様のたたり。
The woman's lips were still curled into a smile, but her expression turned stern.
その後ね、毎年起こるんだよ。決まって今頃にね。
怒るって何が？
Tomozuke paused for a second, as if to build up some suspense. Then he whispered to me, as if someone might be listening.
毎年綿流しの日になるとね、誰かが死ぬんだよ。
I don't like that sound.
バラバラ殺人の翌年の綿流しの日、ひなみ沢の住人でありながらダムの誘致派だった男が旅行先で崖下の濁流に転落して死亡した。奥さんに至っては死体も上がってない。
ひなみ沢の人間でありながらダムに賛成していた男ですからね。事故当時お年寄りたちはお社様のたたりだとささやきあったものよ。
The woman chuckled mischievously
さら
again.
に翌年、綿流しの晩、今度は神社の神主が原因不明で急死した。奥さんはその晩のうちに沼に受水自殺した。
What the fuck is going? What the fuck are you trying to tell me? You dastardly fucking human.
神社の神主って今日のこの神社の神主ですか？
The woman
村人
nodded.
たちはお社様のお怒りを鎮めきれなかったんだって噂したわね。
さらに翌年、これもまた綿流しの晩、今度は近所の主婦が撲殺体で発見された。
Housewife? Up until now, all these mysterious deaths of people involved with the dam or had connections with Oyashiro-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too?
その通りよ。
The woman stated slowly. No, it was more menacingly.
被害者の一家はね、その2年前に転落死したダム誘致派の男の弟一家に当たるのよ。
弟本人はまだ生きてるらしいね。でもやはりかなり気にしてね、近隣の町に引っ越してったらしいよ。
For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. The battle over the dam construction, with Hinamizawa's future at stake, and the murder at the center of it all. That was all I knew, and that was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there. But wait, that wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths? Terminal illness, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't really want to believe in curses, but the freakish deaths happen every year on the day of Watanagashi, and all of them related to the dam construction? It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves, but when you put them all together, dismissing all of them as a coincidence would just then defy logic. I don't believe in curses, but every single year, on the day of Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen, without fail. The woman chuckled again, as if she picked on what I was thinking. It felt like she was saying maybe there was. Maybe we frightened him. Stuff like that. I felt embarrassed at being read so easily. I pressed Tomoke-san to continue, a bit impatient and irritation in my tone.
で、その翌年の綿流しの晩にもまた今度は誰です？
さーてね、圭一君は誰だと思うかな？
Wait, do you not know, or...?
あ？
The way he said... Wait, the way he said it didn't agree with me. The sarcastic tone ticked me
はぐ
off.
らかさないでくださいよ。俺は結構真剣に。
まあまあ圭一君、落ち着いて。
Don't talk to me like that, you fucking bitch! I realized when she turned to calm me down that I had been panicking.
別にはぐらかしたつもりはないんだよ、圭一君。つまりその翌年の綿流しってのは、つまり
今日よ。
When Tomosuke-san hesitated to say it, she finished for him. I broke in a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed.
みんな口にしないけど、 今夜また何か起こるんじゃないかって思ってる。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What we gonna do about that one, huh? Do 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 do. I don't like any of this. I have this like mass panic in my mind, and I know deep down in my heart something's finna happen.
こんなにお祭りで賑わってるのに。
あのね、去年の被害者の主婦は不審人者だったらしくてね、綿流しのお祭りに参加しなかったらしいの。
今年の綿流しに参加しないとお社様の怒りに触れるかもしれないって噂、圭一君なら聞いてるんじゃないかい？
No, every time I ask people, they just fucking deject it all. I've never even heard a whisper about that rumor.
じゃあみんなのお祭りの参加はたたりを恐れて？
そうなんじゃないかと思うね。今年の綿流しは例年になく参加者が多いよ。
やっぱりみんな怖いんでしょうね。お社様のたたり。
I couldn't utter a single word. In this modern age, where we made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and misunderstood, where black and white television had been eradicated and we've sent men to the moon, even with all of our accomplishments, this can't exist in modern society?
桜ってことで近隣の町の子供会をかなり招待したらしいけど、やっぱり一連の事件を受けてあんまり参加はなかったみたいね。人集めに苦労してるって町会の人がぼやいてたもの。
警察もね、過去の事件は全て別個のもので関連性はないとしてるみたいだけどね。警備ってことで私服警官をだいぶ立たせてたみたいだよ。
It finally began to dawn on me why Reina and Mion were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during Higurashi, everything would have been over with and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, I would end up being it would all just end up being crazy talk. I should have pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have acted like nothing happened. And we would have all gotten back to life as usual.
やっぱり刺激が強すぎたかしら。
The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed.
いえ、そんな全然。
I tried to act strong, but it was just severed to emphasize how much of the information had unsettled me. After seeing how I looked, Tomosuke-san appeared to regret saying anything. Letting out a sigh, then spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor.
まさか圭一君、たたりなんて信じてるわけじゃないだろう？
そりゃまあ。
全ての事件が原因不明で犯人も手口も謎っていうなら僕もたたりを疑ってもいいよ。だけど実際には違う。どの事件もちゃんと警察が捜査して真相や犯人を究明してる。
Hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It was perfect for repelling the word curse.
例えば一番最初のバラバラ殺人言ったよね。犯人は一人を残して全員逮捕されてる。残った一人だって時間の問題さ。動機だって酒の上での口論からと判明してるだろう。
That's no curse, don't you? It was true. If it didn't happen on the day of Higurashi, then I wouldn't think it was related to the curse at all.
次の誘致派の夫婦の事故死だってそうさ。恨みを買う立場だったからね。 警察が特に入念に捜査したと思うよ。それで発表は事故、他殺じゃない。
でもまた綿流しの日に起きたんですよね。
考えてもみなよ、圭一君。
I don't like
南
this.
沢に敵が多かった彼が地元のお祭りにおちおち参加できると思うかい？彼にとっては綿流しの時期は特に南沢に居づらい時期に違いないよ。だからわざわざこの時期に旅行をし、意図的に南沢を離れようとしたんじゃないかな。
It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what Tomosuke-san was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so I could convince myself.
じゃあ富武さん、その次に死んだ神主さんはどうです？原因不明の奇病だって。
Hey Oni, what's up, dude? I'm gonna drag you out of that lurking spot. I'm gonna drag you by the ear. Just kidding. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing good and whatnot.
それもまたしても綿流しの日に。
神主さんはもっと説明がつきやすいよ。綿流しのお祭りは神主さんにとっては年に一度の大行事。過労に体調不良が重なったんだろうね。あるいはもともと持病持ちだったのかもしれない。
でも奇病ですよ。
Got off work? I see, I see.
でもこの医学の進歩した時代に原因不明なんて。
尾ひれだよ。噂が噂を呼んだだけさ。2年立て続けに事件が起これば誰だって過敏になるよ。急死は確かに不自然だったかもしれないけど、こういう死に方をすると必ず警察が検視をする。で、事件性は発見されなかったんだろう。本当に偶然の病死なんだよ。
確か神主の奥さんが自殺してますよね。じゃあこれは？
すでに説明した通りさ。3年目の事件に村人たちは動揺していた。信心深い人たちはすぐにたたりだと決めてかかったのさ。もちろん神主の奥さんもね。自殺の際に死んでお社様の怒りを押し詰めするみたいな遺書が見つかったらしいし。
Okay, that's,
じゃあ次の主婦の事件は？またしても綿流しの日に。
この事件は犯人も逮捕されて解決してるよ。一種の異常者で南沢のたたり騒ぎを面白がって再現したと自供してる。
well, yikes
じゃあ次の年の事件は？
Oh yeah, this year is the next year. Tomosuke-san gave a hearty laugh.
もう何も起こらないよ。今度こそね。お社様のたたりなんてもともとない。一連の偶然をあると信じている人たちがそうだと吹聴しているだけさ。
My turtle computer finally got back on track. I felt a bit embarrassed of how childish I became after losing control and panicking.
僕は圭一君が南沢をとても好きだと思ってることをよく知ってるよ。仮にお社様のたたりがそんな圭一君にたたりがあるなんてとても思えないね。
I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. I'll greet Reina and Mion tomorrow with the same smile as always. They'd probably also like tonight to end without incident, so they can continue on tomorrow without having worried about me. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening in stretched as she got up from the rock she was sitting on.
さてと、そろそろ私は戻らないとね。
おっと、僕も少々長くおしゃべりしすぎたかな。
There was a few people compared to the crowd from before. I could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seemed we had talked for a better part of an hour.
平一君もお友達と一緒に来たんでしょ？みんなを探したら？
そうだった。みんな俺のことを探してるかもしれない。
女の子に探させるなんてなかなかの罪人だね。
Listen here.
じゃあね、おやすみなさい、圭一君。
You're a threat, woman.
二郎さんもね。 また後ほど。
So his name is Juru. After dusting up her backside, she disappeared into a crowd of people still busy cleaning up the shrine grounds. Oh, okay. In her place, Reina came over, running over. I can see all the others behind her. Speak of the devil.
悪いケイちゃん。すっかり話し込んじゃっててさ。
I completely forgotten about them while caught up in my own conversations, so we're all even.
あら、富武さんもご一緒でございましたの。ちょうどよかったですわ。今日の射的の結果発表がありますです。
ああ、そうだったね。結局ビリは僕なのかな。
Guess I'm gonna end up dead last. Well, to be fair, Keiichi also gave the prize that he won to Reina, so technically we'd be tied for last place. They're probably gonna have some sort of tiebreaker though. Or worse, they give the punishment to both of us! Why'd I have to hydrate though, Jesus? Something's gonna happen, I'm calling it. In the end, after my dramatic victory, Rika-chan was the last challenger, but there weren't many targets left. Oh yeah, that's right, she was the only one who hasn't shot yet. The ones remaining were all tiny and difficult to hit. She did take her time to aim, but all 3 shots completely missed. She was end up sharing the loser's crown with Tomoki-san. So what makes Higurashi Higurashi? Well, murder, despair, dread, curses, stuff that I've only seen from clips of the anime on YouTube, but I've never seen the actual full animes, nor have I seen anything on the game. So while I do know what Higurashi is about, I don't really know what Higurashi is about, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's weird to say. Toasty? No, you're more poggers. How about that? How about that? Let's see. However, she did her little meeping cry in front of the crowner, and he turned to mush instantly. She was given a pack of gum as a consolation prize. Her methods were a bit adaptation, but she did avoid being a loser rather than... Okay.
思うにリカちゃんって結構タヌキだろ。
圭一の言ってる意味がわかりませんです。
なわけで、ビリは富武さんに決まり。
Well, I mean, again, you're gonna pull a fast one on me. I'm not falling for it. You're gonna pull a fast one on me because I gave my prize to Reina, so I'm also last. Everyone cheered and applauded. Tomoki-san smiled really slightly bewildered.
じゃあ富武さん、覚悟はいいかな？罰ゲーム。
え？あ、忘れてた。
Can't watch, please narrate. I am not gonna narrate them talking. I'm only gonna narrate the thoughts that aren't being spoken. If you have seen me doing the Eden raids in Final Fantasy, you would know I do not read. Reading is something that I, Ash, fail at. You're too naive, Tomosuke-san. This is why you've got to avoid losing in our club. Yep, welcome to the club. Mion pulled a felt tip marker from her pocket. Uh-oh. This could only bode well. Oh, it's that! It's that!
ミオ、武士の情けだ。せめて水星にしてやれ。優勢は辛い。
優勢じゃないとダメだよ。
Oh boy.
お洗濯したら落ちちゃうじゃない。
なんだいお手柔らかに頼むよ。
All of us pinned his arms behind his back, and Mion approached him with a marker in one hand. Ooh boy.
キュッキュッキュッだ。
But she didn't write on Tomotsuke's face. She wrote on the shirt he was wearing? Well, what did it say? You'd better have your big break this year, Mion. Reina took on the marker next. Show me your photos next time, okay? Star icon, Reina. It was a little heartwarming, I just had to laugh.
これじゃあ罰ゲームってより寄せ書きじゃないか。
私は甘くはありませんのよ。ちゃんと罰ゲームでいきますわ。
Alright, well, what are you gonna put, Satsuko? Haha, dead last, Satsuko! Sure, yeah, you know, I expected that. Try harder next time, Rika.
ケイチさんもどうぞでございます。
I couldn't decide on what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again, Keiichi. Tomosuke-san was silent the entire time. At first, he was quite bewildered, but now he had a different look onto his face.
これを着たまま帰郷するのも罰ゲームのうちに入るのかな。
もちろんちゃんと着たまま家に帰ってね。
Okay then.
次に来る時にも着てきてくれるといいな。いいな。
He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with the wealth of other emotions made him turn bright red.
分かった。次に来る時もこれを着てくるよ。約束する。
Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. I saw the woman who was with Tomosuke-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomosuke-san noticed her too, so I knew it was time to leave.
お連れ様がお待ちみたいじゃん。そろそろお時間かな。
うん、そうみたいだね。
Tomosuke-san headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomosuke-san. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually, he faded into the darkness of the night, out of sight. It was quite a casual farewell. This wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They had done the same thing as many times before.
行っちゃったね。
じゃ、うちらも引き上げるかね。
Rika-chan had stayed behind with the other committee members since they were having a meeting. Satoko was tagging along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. The walk back was quite lively, with talk of the day's war stories. Should have done this, should have done that kind of stuff. Reina and I parted ways with Mion, and then it was just the two of us. Then we got to my house. I parted ways with Reina as
こんな
well.
時間だけど一人で大丈夫か？
全然平気だよ。近いし、走っていくし。
変な奴がいたら大声出せよ。
出したら、助けに来てくれるのかな？
聞こえたらな。
If I hear you.
聞こえるくらい大きな声を出すね。
Okay. There's a bit of like drop frames I noticed that OBS is doing, which I'm not surprised because OBS is a shit program. I will say this though, it's not a big deal considering I'm reading a visual novel. What's the big complaint if I get drop frames while reading a visual novel? That's weird. It's like, yeah, OBS, I think you're trying to piss me off, but look what I'm streaming. If this was Yakuza or any other like action game, then I'd be pissed. But no. I hope you don't do this tomorrow. Fucking cunt. Anyways. Merely spinning her arms around at high speed, Reina dashed off. Okay, I think we all know where this is going. She was fine. In that mode, not even an adult could stand against her. Reina's cheerful presence disappeared and it finally became quiet again. The curse. not a soul mentioned, not even under their breath. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettling it became. It didn't show on any of their faces, but they were probably quite concerned about it as well. But if nothing happens tonight, then it'll all end up being just crazy talk. Nothing will happen, nothing bad, nothing at all.
どうしたのケイチ、そんなところで。中に入りなさい。風邪をひくわよ。
It was my
母
mom.
さんは行った？綿流しのお祭り。
結局お父さんが起きなかったからね。行きそびれちゃったわ。残念。
Mom stuck her tongue out with a little bit of an embarrassed look to her face. Don't do it. Don't do the black borders. You motherfucker! No, 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 no. I have no faith. I have no hope. Got everything going around. It's going to kill me. I'm going to die. Oh, no. Okay, we got 4 new tips. Okay. Hoju couples falling incident. No, I don't want to be famous, thanks. I don't feel like being famous. That sounds like a shitty ordeal. From the June 1980 edition, one afternoon of X, at 2 p.m., office employee X and his wife X of the Hinamizawa village of Shishibone disappeared after falling 27 meters from the observatory platform in Shirakawa. Okay, I can't read. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body of X around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife X is yet to be found. The search has run into difficulties due to the effects of the Typhoon 3 from the previous day. It appeared a railing at the observatory of X's lean had broken, causing them both to fall. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police in regards to the faculty's deterioration, and if the park's maintenance was performed properly. That was it for that? Jesus, okay. The terminal illness death of Shinto priest Fudo. Okay. From the June 1981 edition. On the afternoon of X around 10 p.m. in the X district of Hinamizawa village, the Shishibone prefecture, fuck my ass, the Shinto priest of the Forud's shrine passed away after an existing condition that he was recovering from suddenly worsened. Parties close to the deceased said that he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival, which was to be held that day. Also, after X's death and his wife X went missing, leaving behind the farewell note, the police and local youth association continued the search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that Onagafuji's swamp is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulties. Jesus Christ. Okay, housewife murder. This ought to be fucking interesting, and I don't like it. Oh my god, I'm terrified of it. I don't like it. I feel so much stress. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. It wasn't? The fuck? What do you mean it wasn't reported in the newspaper? Okay, well, what's radio log? Huh?
3号です。感度良好。応援が向かいました。別名あるまで医師願います。どうぞ。はい、3号了解。それから回転灯はつけないでお願いします。静かで願います。今、先生が到着しました。運びたいそうですがどうしますか？どうぞ。了解しました。先生に任せてください。はい、了解です。
Oh.
ああ、応援も到着しました。先に写真撮らせた方がいいんじゃないですか。外車もう無駄だと思いますし。
Okay. These were more short and straight to the point, it seems. Not a problem, at least in my eyes, but I still have this sense of dread. Oh, please let it be daytime. Please let it be daytime. I'm really hoping that it's daytime. Oh, the sense of dread and despair all just escaped me just now after seeing Mion's bright and cocky face that we all know I totally love seeing, because it gives me the sense that humanity's not completely fucked yet. Not reported in the newspaper. And then why was it listed? Suspicious? Suspicious? How do we know about it but nobody else? Huh? Oh. What if there's more to it? There could be more to it. We'll find it out. Anyways, Mion says good morning.
ケイちゃん、昨日はお疲れ様。
ミオンこそお疲れさんな。昨日は楽しかったぜ。
そうそう。ケイチくん、本当にありがとね。クマさん。
気に入ってもらえて嬉しいぜ。裁縫針とか刺したり
Don't use it as a pincushion.
しないよそんなこと。
Let me see the rest of the crew, please. Still chatting happily, we enter the classroom. But the moment I stepped in the room, a splashing sound and a nasty sensation. It was a bucket filled to the brim with water, and unfortunately, my foot stepped right into it.
あら、朝から雑巾がけとは熱心でございますわね。
Ah!
うわー、ケイチさんがデコピンした。今度はもっと凶悪な罠を仕掛けなさいです
You should set a more brutal trap next time. How about don't set up a trap, period? Look who you're dealing with. It's me. Seeing that, Reina began to swoon as Mion looked on in disbelief. Everything was the same as always. Everybody was here and nothing felt out of place. The uncertainties I had in the back of my mind since yesterday had vanished. Yeah, same here, fam, same here.
どうしたのケイチくん。
No. That's all I gotta say, just no.
ひょっとして寝不足かな。
Oh, trust me, I'm not gonna get enough sleep for tonight. For my fucking opening shift.
かな。
No.
バッチリ爆睡したよ。なんなら授業中にも実演するぜ。
ダメだよそんなの。
Mion alerted us that the teacher was coming, so everyone's shuffled off to their seats.
皆さん、おはようございます。
Chie?
昨日はお祭りでしたね。最後まで後片付けに参加した人たちは本当にお疲れ様でした。
Is she the teacher or is she someone else? We were all slackers, so none of us actually helped to clean up. Actually, I had a feeling that the only thing we did was run around the festival and cause a ruckus.
さて、この時期にはお祭りの取材で遠くから雑誌なんかの取材の方が見えたりします。
I thought it was unusual stuff, so I was gonna tune it out. But then I noticed a different tone in her voice started paying attention.
皆さんが取材を受けることがあるかもしれませんが、曖昧なことやいい加減なことは言わないように。いいですね。
In unison, everyone replied, "Yes, ma'am." Wait. What she said was really vague, but I understood what she was trying to say. After all, this was the 5th year. There were probably a lot of third-rate reporters pouring in, hoping something regarding to the curse had happened. It did nothing but perpetuate Fucking, I can't fucking read. Reading is a curse. Reading is not fun. I fucking hate reading. It's terrible. Nothing but the village around. She was saying, don't spout out stupid shit if you think it's funny. And now, I was one of the ones who needed to keep their mouths shut. I found it rather cute how I felt a sense of unity from such trite thing, if I do say so myself. I was summoned to club activities after school. Since everybody was still pretty tired from yesterday, we spent a relaxing Yeah, that wasn't happening.
今日は本格派の推理ゲームでいこう。こんなのはどうかな。
お、海外もののゲームか。面白そうだな。
説明書も英語ですけどね。ルールはそう難しくはありませんのよ。
Okay, they're speaking Japanese, yeah, but you know. Anyways.
負けないからね。僕はこのゲーム苦手じゃないですよ。
It seemed that Reina didn't handle this kind of game very well.
ルールはね、事件の犯人と凶器、あと犯行現場の3つを当てられた人が勝ち。
Are they playing Clue? Wait, I think they're playing Clue. There are 3 kinds of cards comprised of suspects, weapons, and locations. I could see that the names Mion and Rika were written on suspect cards. Oh, a card with my name on it as well.
凶器のカードにもいろいろ種類があるな。斧やらナイフやら毒物やら。犯行現場のカードも渋いぞ。リビングやら書斎やら中庭やら。
つまりね、これらのカードが1枚ずつ抜かれるの。それが正解のカード。で、残ったカードはシャッフルしてみんなで当分。互いに手持ちのカードを質問し合って、抜かれた正解のカードが何かを探るわけ。
Ah, I see. So the card nobody has are the true perpetrators.
それで答えが分かったら挙手。ゲームを終了して答えが正しいかを確認。正解なら勝ちで1ポイント。外れていればマイナス1ポイント。
Fair enough, fair enough.
正解してもしなくてもゲーム終了だから、カードは集めて仕切り直しってわけ。
やってみればわかるでございますわ。結構頭を使うでございますわよ。メモを取りながらじゃないと混乱しますです。
あとはやって覚えるさ。で、ミオン。今回の罰ゲームは何だ？
Everyone directed their attention to Mion.
そうだね。じゃあ昨日の疲れも多少あるだろうから、今日はソフトに。使いっ走りの刑はどう？みんなからお使いを頼まれて、それを買いに走るってわけ。
つまりジュースとかお菓子とかを買いに行かされるんだね。今日の罰ゲームは簡単そうな気がしますです。
I wonder, is it really? What if someone requests to have something purchased for them that's just completely off the walls?
やはりケイチさんもそう思いますですの？
ああ、何を買いに行かされるかわからないからな。
I'm betting Mion would send out whoever loses to buy stuff like heroic cream or happy family planning manual or other crazy stuff. The cards were lightly shuffled and passed out around to each player. The real perpetrator, the correct weapon, and the scene of the murder have been taken out. So that means all the cards I have in my hand are innocent cards.
じゃあ1番は部長の私からいくよ。ミオン、ナイフ、書斎。
Hey OBS, go fuck yourself. I just flipped off the shitty program. Maybe I should go back to Streamlabs OBS. Honestly, I think I should go back to Streamlabs OBS. Ever since I moved to like base OBS, this has been happening a lot. Like, yeah, sure, Streamlabs OBS uses up more CPU, but does it use up dropped frames? Say what you want about Streamlabs. At least I can actually have a good program that doesn't die on itself every 2 seconds. You pick one suspect weapon murder scene and ask the other players. If you have any of those cards, then you must say, I have one. However, you don't need to say which one you have.
あ、俺持ってるぜ。
レナもあるよ。僕も持ってますです。
So far, so good.
あら、完全な同志ですよね。
Three people answered, and when she asked if they had Mion, Knife, and Study, it means that Mion, Knife, and Study were all in the clear. Gotta jot that down.
じゃあレナはね、レナ、オノ、ラウンジだよ。
That doesn't bode well. This has to foreshadow something. Only 2 people said that they had one? So it means, out of Reina, Axe, and Lounge, one of them is correct and is part of the crime? No, wait. Even if they say they have one, then they don't have to say how many. It's possible that either Satoko or Rika-chan has 2 of the cards.
じゃあ次はケイちゃんだね。どうぞ。
待ってくれよ。まだ整理中。
The game has me thinking more than I thought. Oh man, it feels like it's going to be tough.
よっしゃ、犯人確定。
何？もう？
Here I am spinning around in circles, and Mion just now raises her
犯
hand.
人はリカちゃん。凶器は毒物で、ドン。
Mion drew the cards from the box and checked to see if her deduction was right.
正解だね。
あと1手だったですのに。
Oh. Okay then.
毒物かピストルかわからなかったでございます。ピストルなんか使わないです。毒物でじわりじわりがいいのです。
Why do I feel this is foreshadowing shit? No! Rika-chan said such a terrifying thing with such a sweet little face. Oh no, it's foreshadowing shit. Everyone was making a commotion about how they almost had it. Reina and I were left out in the cold though.
ケイチ君はどうだったかな。レナは全然。
安心しろ。俺もさっぱりだ。
2人とも何自信ないこと言ってんだか。2人仲良くビリになっちゃうよ。
That's even worse. Going out to buy something together as a couple. What if we ended up having to buy the Happy Family Planning Manual? No! No, that would be fun. That would be fun.
ケイチはこのゲーム苦手そうな顔してますです。
Well, yeah.
全然そんなことはないぞ。次でシャーロック前原の実力を見せてやる。
あら、それはいいですわね。徹底的に叩きのめして差し上げますわ。
After that, I managed to somewhat grasp the trick behind this game, but I was still always a step or 2 behind. I saw that Mion was somehow gleaning information from how the others were asking their questions. That level of experience was too much. The only way I could stage a comeback is if I, too, became ruthless. So, I tossed out a simple concept of deduction and switched over to the thought process needed to win. The important thing wasn't to find out the criminal, it was just to win at the game. Eureka! What if...
あ、ごめん。ちょっとトイレ行ってくるな。
ゆっくりブリブリしておいで。
みーちゃん、それ下品。
I had them hold off the game and headed down the hall. The air was crisp. It showed how the air of the classroom was from our body heat. On the school grounds, some of our classmates were still playing around. After spending some time cooling my head, Reina had made her way over towards me.
ケイチくん、ひょっとしてレナのこと呼んだ？
ああ、読んだ。
I got up from my seat and winked over at Reina. Glad it worked
時間
out.
の無駄なので担当直入に行く。レナ、お前の今日のゲームの過去の戦績は？
She was taken aback. After a moment, she hesitantly opened her mouth.
全敗だよ。どうしてそんなこと聞くんだろう。
I could tell from how apprehensive she was
このまま
playing.
でいくと俺もそうなる。今日のゲームは大逆転の秘策が思いつかない。
じゃあ今日の罰ゲームはケイチくんと一緒なのかな？
Well, heck.
おいおい、早くも負けを受け入れるなよ。
No, accept defeat already. It's kind of funny.
勝ちに行こうぜ。俺たちで。
でもどうやって？
I brought my lips up to Reina's ear. Whisper, 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 whisper.
そんなのありなのかな？
忘れたのかレナ。快速第2条だぞ。勝つために全ての努力をしよう。
頑張るよ。
Our plan of attack was quite... Okay, yeah, I can't read. At the beginning of the game, everyone would be focused on their own hand for a while and taking notes and whatnot. Since our seats were right next to each other, we'd reveal our hands to each other. If we did it under the desk, then nobody would know. We began the game with twice as much information as everyone else. Having this much information would mean that we'd need to investigate less.
この作戦なら他の連中よりも確実なリードを持って開始できる。
これなら今度こそ勝てそうだよ。
We both smirked at each other. If I was a shady businessman and then Rena was a corrupt senator, pleasure doing business with you.
じゃあ早速戻ろうよ。二人で組んでみんなをあっと言わせちゃおう。
おいおい、二人で一緒に戻っちゃ意味ないだろう。いかにも打ち合わせしてきましたって感じだぞ。
あ、ごめん。じゃあどうしよう。
It's quite simple, really. Don't tell anyone.
レナは先に戻れ。俺は洗面所で顔でも洗ってのんびりしてから戻る。
わかったね。
Rena turned around and headed back to the classroom. I guess I should wait a bit longer before coming back. If I went too soon, then it wouldn't seem like I went to the bathroom. If Mion or one of them suspected something, then there could be problems. Well, they'd figure out sooner or later, because both Rena and I would start winning over and over again. Both Rena and I will have earned enough points to avoid being the losers by the time Mion realized what was happening. Excellent! Not bad at all!
前原くん、ちょっといいですか？
Huh? It's the teacher. Man, things are just getting good.
何ですか？今ちょっと大事な。
前原くんにお客さんがいらしてますよ。昇降口へ行ってください。
お客さん？俺別にお店なんか開いてないし。
待たせていますよ。早く行ってきなさい。
Right before my big match was pretty bad timing to have a visitor. Well, I mean, trust me, Keiichi. Bad timing in my family runs well. Well, but the very fact that everyone was here to see me was strange enough to pique my interest. I didn't want to waste any time, so I decided to take care of it quickly. The entryway was a heavy contrast from the hot sunlight and the deep shadows. Waiting area was looking uncomfortably warm, a middle-aged man, his tie sloppily loosened and his jacket tucked underneath his arm.
前原さんですか？前原圭一さん。
There was no question that he wasn't a resident of Hinamizawa, and that he was, without no doubt, first time he had met me. Ever since I met Tommy, it seemed like I was fated to meet the middle-aged man.
そうですよ。どちら様ですか？
私の車エアコンが効いてますからそっちでお話しましょう。
No!
ここ暑くありません？
No! 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 The man, completely ignoring my question, pointed over to his car parked near the gate and began walking. You gotta be kidding me. I have no intention of going along with some geezer I don't even know, and he's asking me to get in his car with him.
だって食いやしません。
That's what they all say.
どうぞどうぞ。
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. How does one spell F-U-C-K space Y-O-U? In other words, fuck you. You is a big bitch. He opened the back door of his car and called me over. I didn't like this old man, but I wanted to know what this was about. What do you know? This guy's trying to kidnap me. I'm about to get kidnapped. I had to be rude to him. It's normal. I threaten people when they are potential kidnappers, you know? Yeah. Oh, wait. I didn't realize I was supposed to hydrate. Sorry, I got so distracted in the kidnapping from middle-aged men. That's out of context. I was getting distracted. That's awkward. That is just outright awkward. That is... Of course I wouldn't say that to you, though. Naturally. I'd say it to the middle-aged men who are... But then that didn't... Processing failed. I'm gonna pretend that the things I say have no weight or meaning. Because Jesus Christ. Even while knowing that conversations that start out like this have never led to anything good. Yeah, I don't bite, he says. I don't bite, he says. Jesus. Inside of his car was pretty cool. Why am I inside the fucking car? Why? Why'd you go in? Why'd you... Oh my god, I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. Cars with air conditioners were supposed to be a luxury. Yeah. Cool. My dad didn't have one in his car, at least.
冷えすぎだったら言ってくださいよ。
I'm scared. I'm so scared.
私ガンガンに冷やしちゃうたちですから。
I'm scared.
で、俺に何の用ですか？
Yeah, what's your business? What's your business? Out of spite, I decided to ignore his remark in the same way he did to me and start my own line of questioning. He pulled out a notepad from his pocket and took out a picture that was stuck between the pages. On it was the face of a pretty goofy looking
こ
guy.
の男性のことでご存知のことがあったら教えてください。
Who the heck is this? I doubt even his close friends would be able to recognize who he was from his expressionless picture that looked like it was taken out of the DMV.
シャツにマジックで落書きがありましたね。
Tomosuke, what did you do?
前原さんをはじめクラスメート何人かの署名入りでした。
Tomosuke, what did you do?
え？
What did you
こ
do?
れ、富武さん？
There was no hint of his usual unreliable and easygoing personality in this photo. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. No. It was an expressionless, half-asleep face?
ではこちらの女性はわかりますか？
And even before seeing it, I had a good idea of who it was.
名前は知りませんけど、ゆうべ富武さんと一緒にいた女の人です。
I didn't know what her name was, but I did know that she was a resident of Hinamizawa.
この二人に最後に会ったのはいつですか？
綿流しのお祭りの晩、一緒に話をしました。二人とも仲良さそうでしたよ。
I'm gonna die!
何か気になったこととかありませんか？何でも結構です。話してください。
Being asked every little detail is very troubling, honestly. Well, no fucking shit. I had a pretty good idea of who this guy was by now.
富武さんたちに何かあったんですか？
There was no response to my inquiry. Thus, I replied to that silencing kind. I was pretty sure, no, certain that this guy was a cop. Then why? Why was he talking about Tomotake's-san? Did something happen to him? More importantly, why me? Shouldn't there have been plenty of other people who knew more about him than I did? The roar of the air conditioner felt unbearably loud. After a long pause, he finally spoke.
前原さんはまだこちらに越されてきたばかりですよね。
Well, define your definition of recently moved here. I've been here for a little under a month.
ご存知ですかな？例のお社様の話は。
Oh boy. My heart began to race. I'm pretty terrible at hiding things. It probably showed on my face. Yeah, everyone can read your fucking mind too, douche.
全く知らない？知らないんなら結構なんですがね。
まあ、聞いたことくらいは富武さんに教えてもらったんですけど。
どの辺までご存知ですか？
The dismemberment killing, the accidental death, the death by illness followed by suicide, and the lady who was beaten to death. The incidents that always happen on the day of the Watanagashi, ending in suspicious deaths. I didn't think Tomotake's-san would have kept everything from me, or anything from me. I think that was everything. No, rather, I didn't want to think that there was anything more than that.
前原さんはそのタタリーとかを信じていますか？率直なところで結構です。
信じてません。
My answer was instant. It wasn't so much that I didn't believe in it as I was on the verge of believing. I wanted to clear away my own doubts. That was the more prominent
本
feeling.
当に？ならよかったです。やっぱり前原さんは都会育ちですね。
信じてなかったら何なんですか？俺、仲間を待たせてるんで、あまり時間取れないんですけど。
その写真の男性は昨晩お亡くなりになりました。
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! My mind went blank. What happened to Tomokachi?
よりにもよ
What
っ
the
て
fuck?
ね、お亡くなりになられたのが、つまり綿流しの当日。前原さんにはどういう意味があるのかわかり。
意味って、
What the fuck?
意味なんか。
Not any for the cause of his death or the reasons behind it. The real problem is that he died on the day of the Watan Nagashi. Meaning this year, the curse of Oyashiro-sama had once
富
again...
武二郎さんがお亡くなりになられたことはまだ内緒です。どうしてかはなんとなくお分かりになりますよね。
I didn't want to understand why.
教えてください。一体何があったんですか？
得意なんですよ。ひなみ沢の方にはちょっと刺激の強い。
It was a roundabout way of saying it, but it caused me to doubt whether or not I wanted to hear the rest. I would only regret forcing myself to learn something I shouldn't. Or at least, that's how I figured I would feel if I listened to the rest.
第一発見は祭りの警備を終えて帰還中のうちのワゴンでした。時刻は24時5分前。場所は町へ出る道路がちょうど舗装道路に変わるところありますよね。坂を下りきったあたりにあそこの路肩でした。
Was this from the radio log from the past tip? Its pitch black darkness was only broken by the lights of passing cars and the moon. It was a stroke of luck that Tomosuke-san was spotted collapsed on the shoulder of the road. Tomosuke was face down, covered in blood. Blood and muck covered the asphalt.
みんなはじめはひき逃げされたものだと思っていました。ですが、意識を確かめるために近づいた警官はすぐに異常に気づきました。喉がね、引き裂かれていたんですよ。
ナイフとか？
爪でした。
That's my coping mechanism. Humming 24-hour Cinderella. Nails? As in fingernails? You mean his neck was clawed through?
検視の結果、それも自分の爪でということが判明しました。
それってどういうことですか？
I don't like this. 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 Ah, okay. Basically mean it wasn't murder, it was suicide. Oh shit. Tomosuke-san, whatever was going through his mind tore open his own throat. As hard as he could with it. Oh my god. Tore through his own throat. Oh my god. That's fucked. Oh my god, why? Why'd you keep going? You seem like such a... Oh my god. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Goddamn. Ugh. I'm like sweating right now with stress. I can't even, yo. And then, as his nails reach the vital arteries that you should never damage, he continued. Why?
薬物を疑いましたが、そういう類のものは検出できませんでした。
But this, it was a suicide? I never heard of such a thing. This unnatural way of dying? If this wasn't a mysterious death, then what was it? The way he died, in these 5 years, his death almost resembled that curse. As if to show both myself and Tomosuke-san, who proclaimed that there was no such thing as a curse, that we were wrong.
他にもいくつか不審な点があります。体内分泌物、発汗、脱毛等から富武さんはお亡くなりになる直前、極度の興奮状態だったようなんです。
That was a given. It's hard to believe that someone could be in a sound state of mind when clawing out their own throat.
手の傷と付近に落ちていた角材が一致しました。
This has brought me into a state of worry, discomfort, discomfort? Oh shit!
周囲の木やガードレールに叩いた後、周囲に散乱する富武さんの血痕、つまりですね。
Meaning that while tearing out his own throat, he was swinging around a piece of lumber?
体からは本人によらない外傷がいくつか発見されました。 富武さんは何者かに暴行を受けた可能性があるということです。外傷の部位から見て複数犯の可能性もあります。
To summarize, Tomitake was surrounded and attacked. While wandering in the night, arose a street of panic. After being cornered, he picked up a piece of lumber and tried fighting back. Somewhere in there, he began mavenously tearing out his own throat, clawing at it even. And then he died.
死亡推定時刻は21時から23時頃のようです。
God fucking damn it.
つまりお祭りで前原さんが富武さんとお話しして別れてからすぐの出来事なんですよ。
Okay, so how about this? Occurred right after we finished talking to Takami. So it means it couldn't. I was thinking to myself, what if it was Reina? But then I was like, no, we were with Reina for the entire time. Unless, well, no, that's still a long time in between. So maybe she could have done it after we parted ways. After what the fuck? Everyone signed Tomotake's shirt and then parted ways. Right after that. Oh yeah. He should have been with a woman. What about her?
行方不明です。出勤もしていませんし、昨夜は自宅にも帰っていません。
I love this game!
事件に巻き込まれた可能性が極めて高いようです。
I don't like it. For a while, I can only gaze off into space. I never would have thought that something unfortunate happening to somebody so close to me could affect me this deeply. The time I had spent with Tomitake-san was short. But we went to the same festival, spent time together, took part in the same competition. He was one of us.
我々もあらゆる面から捜査を進めますが、村人たちはお社様のたたりの話になると、とにかく口が重くなる。
That I knew well. I would have been more wiser if not for Tomitake-san, the outsider, telling me.
だから俺なんですか。
Oh my god. I don't know how to feel.
俺がひなみ沢の人間じゃないから。
I should have been angry if that was the reason he wanted to hear what happened.
このままでは富武次郎さんはお社様のたたりで死んだことになってしまいます。
He turned away from me and gazed off far into the distance.
綿流しの晩、神聖な儀式の時、無神経にカメラをバシャバシャやってたものだからお社様の怒りに触れた。
富武さんにお社様の罰が当たるわけがない。
Tomitake had been killed by humans, in a cowardly group no less. There's no way I'm going to let this end up being the fault of some curse.
私もそう思います。罰もたたりもあるわけがない。
The tense mood was cut with the man's hearty
つま
laugh.
りそういうことですよ。たたりを信じていないひなみ沢の方の協力が不可欠なのです。
I just fucking can't because because Jesus Christ, he was just with us.
わかりますね。
Neither Tomitake-san nor I believed in curses, but with the way things are going, it would end up with Tomitake's death marking the 5th year. Would that mean that Hinamizawa had rejected Tomitake-san? That was something I couldn't allow. Tomitake was one of us. He didn't live in Hinamizawa, but he came every single year in a sense. He was more of a resident than I was. There was no way that Tomitake-san could have been cursed by Oyashiro-sama.
でも俺に協力できることなんか何もないですよ。あの晩のことは何も知らないし。
いえいえ、何か気になるものを見たり聞いたりしたら教えてくださればいいんです。
If I see or hear, he was talking in future tense.
物でも人でも噂でも何でも結構です。不確かなもので構いませんから。これ私の電話番号です。不在でしたら出たものに伝言してくだされば結構です。
I'm gonna die. He handed me a piece of paper with his number on it, but I hesitated for a second. If I took it, then whether I wanted to or not, I'd be mere knee-deep in this matter.
富武さんの無念を晴らすためにどうかご協力をお願いしたいのです。
That's right. Why was I hesitating? I needed to find the murderer who killed my friend. I snatched up the piece of paper with a satisfied grin spread across his face.
今日ここでした話はすべて内緒です。絶対に他言無用でお願いします。
No.
わかりました。
お友達にも内緒です。特に園崎さんや古出さんには絶対に知られないようにしてください。
So specific, huh? Why are we so specific?
園崎ってミオンのことか？なんでだよ。事件に関係あるっていうのかよ。
With my friends' names brought up so abruptly, and being told to keep it a secret from them, I became rather angry.
捜査上の都合ということなんです。
煙に巻くなよ。ミオンは俺の大切な仲間だぞ。
I snapped at him, but he didn't seem to especially be offended.
言ってもいいですが、気を悪くしないでくださいね。
Just like OBS?
言えよ。
He hesitated a little. Turning his gaze to the outside of the car, he began to speak after thinking for a bit.
ひなみ沢で起こった一連の事件は村ぐるみで引き起こされている可能性があるのです。
そんなことあるわけないじゃないか。
Give me a break. First of all, is there any proof of that?
証拠はありません。しかも過去の事件はここに解決し、いずれの犯人も村とは直接関係ありませんでしたしね。
じゃあどう考えたらそんな考えに至るんだよ。
Jesus.
毎年綿流しの日に村の旧敵が死ぬ。それだけで十分に疑えると思いませんか？
Only the residents of Hinamizawa felt that the day of the Higurashi was sacred. So basically, because incidents happened on that day, it's somehow related to Hinamizawa?
はじめはダム工事の監督、そして次にダムを誘致した村人。村の旧敵は次々に開始しました。家庭はともかく結果はそうなのです。
I don't like this. I still can't get over the fucking... just how they revealed oh my god. Unfounded, unreasonable suspicion. But it couldn't just be shrugged off.
じゃあ次に死んだ神主やその次に死んだ主婦はどうです？別に村の敵だったわけじゃない。
神主はダム騒動当時リーダーシップを期待されながらも積極的な働きがなかったため、一部の村人から失望、反感を買っていました。
反感があったにしたって別に村に害を与えたわけじゃないだろう。その次の主婦なんかどうだよ。誘致した男の弟夫婦だったってだけの理由だろう。もっと殺される理由が薄いじゃないか。そして富武さんに至ってはどうだよ。ダム工事とは関係すらないじゃないか。ただよそ者だってだけの理由だぞ。
In the beginning, it fell on those related to the dam project. But as the years went on, the enemy threshold, the victims had become much lower.
それがね、怖いんですよ。徐々に希薄になっていくのが。
何がだよ。
つまり村の敵でなくよそ者だというだけの理由で犠牲になりつつあるんですよ。
じゃあ来年の被害者は村のよそ者から選ばれるっていうのか？
あるいは 引っ越してきたばかりの人かもしれません。
Fuck you.
それってどういう。
I swallow my words. Here in Hinamizawa, the ones who would be considered the most outside would be my family. I was proof enough of that, wasn't I? I still couldn't really remember the names of the people I passed by. Then the next victims, my family. Was he saying that it was going to be me?
でもそれとミオンとどう関係があるんだよ。
詳しくは申し上げられませんが、園崎さん一家はダム騒動時の抵抗運動の旗頭だったのです。それも過激なね。例えば園崎ミオンさんについても同様です。
Oh my god.
抵抗運動時、いくつかの軽犯罪と公務執行妨害で補導歴があります。
I knew Mion had fought. This was the first I heard of her family leading the protests, though. Then, well, what did it all mean?
ミオンの一家が一連の事件に関係しているとでも言うのかよ。
そうまでは言いません。もしもそうだったら一番確率が高い、それだけのことなんです。
Not a very clear explanation. It felt like he magnificently avoided the details I really wanted to know.
誰が一体どれだけ関わっているのか全くわかりません。だからこそ村人に口外してほしくないのです。
Instead of answering, I gave a very bitter expression. It seemed that he understood it well, though.
じゃあこう考えましょう。たたりを盲信する村人の皆さんに心配させたくないから内緒。そういうことでどうです？
What do you mean, how about that? How should I know? But the reasoning behind wanting me to not carelessly open my mouth about it wasn't too hard to comprehend. The perpetrator was here. It had nothing to do with the curse. He was definitely going to be caught by the police and made to pay for his crimes. And none of the villagers should have anything to do with that process. It may cause those sensitive about the curse just worry
み
needlessly.
んなが俺に心配させないために内緒にしてくれたように、今度は俺がみんなに心配させないために内緒にする番ってことなのか。
I was just talking to myself. Unlike me, everyone else had been worrying over these mysterious incidents yearly, and the incident this time probably means a lot more to them. I didn't want to burden them anymore. In the end, everything went as the man had wanted. As unspirited as it was, but it couldn't be helped.
わかりました。俺だけの秘密にします。それでいいですよね。
沖宮署の大石です。
You were the guy on the radio from the radio tip scene. I remember now.
なんならクラちゃんでもいいですよ。
あ、いや、大石さんでいいです。
The way he said it was unpleasant, yet retained hints of politeness. He was the splitting image of a vulgar police officer. Though I've never seen one of this vulgar before in the cop shows I watch.
時間を取らせすぎました。お友達を待たせていますよね。もう戻った方がいいでしょう。
The door opened with a click. It was blistering outside of the car. Was it really this hot of a day? It was almost cruel heat, as opposed to the mechanical coolness inside the car. It was as if the land of Hinamizawa itself suddenly hated me. I felt a little sad as the thought crossed my mind.
お友達を疑えと言ったわけではありませんからね。誤解しないでくださいよ。
I refrained from telling him that it was too late to say something that's self-serving.
前原さんが何も見つけず、聞きもしなかったとしても、それで十分なんです。それは村が関わっていないという証拠になるのですから。
見たり聞いたりしたら連絡しますけど、俺は探偵じゃないですからね。変な期待しないでくださいよ。
しませんしません。探偵になんかならなくていいですよ。今までのように自然に生活してください。その中で見聞きしたことを教えてくだされば結構なんです。
Oh my god. I hastily made my way back to the school building after giving him a quick bow.
またお会いしましょう。さようなら、前原君。
I returned to the school building without looking back. I don't know how much time has passed. I'd feel bad for keeping them waiting, but right now there's a lot on my mind. Tomotake-san's death was hard enough as is, but to think that there was a possibility of the village conspiracy? Worse still, there was also a chance that Mion was involved? Nonsense. Impossible, not Mion. Reina, Satoko, or Rika-chan. It was a group that attacked Tomotake-san. Who could the perpetrators even be? Could it be they were hiding here in Hinamizawa? I didn't know. All I could say for certain is that I knew Mion couldn't be the perpetrator. Well, yeah, naturally, right? Totally. Okay, I won't lie. I have my fucking doubts. Can you blame me, though?
みーちゃんだよ、犯人は。
But, huh? I was startled to hear Rina's voice.
凶器はロープで、犯行現場はラウンジ。あははは、外れー。
Rina clutched her head while flailing about. Looks like you're just self-destructing over there now.
ケイチさん遅かったですわね。プンプンでございますのことよ。
ごめんごめん。ちょっと先生に職員室呼ばれてさ。
素行が悪くて怒られましたですか？かわいそかわいそです。
こっちも白熱してたしね。もういい時間だから次で最後のゲームにしよ
う。俺の今の持ち点って確か0点だろ。ビリ確定じゃないのかよ。
大丈夫だよ、ケイチ君。
You got negative points.
レナ、マイナス1点。
The heck? Her score is lower than mine and I wasn't even playing.
罰ゲームはレナが1人でかケイちゃんと2人でかを決める最終戦。
冗談じゃねえぞ。罰ゲームはレナ1人でやってくれ。
ケイチ君と2人で勝とうって約束したのにずっと待ってたんだよ。
そりゃ俺が悪いな。
I followed my initial plan of showing Reina my cards, but I didn't say who was the criminal. I just waited for her to call.
わかったよ。犯人は私。凶器は毒物で、犯行現場は玄関ホール。
Huh?
どうかな？
おお、レナ回答早いじゃん。また当てずっぽいじゃないの？
レナの正解ですよ。じゃあこれでケイチさんも罰ゲーム決定ですわね。
Fuck.
やったー。ケイチ君、一緒に頑張ろうね。
We're in hell.
一緒に頑張ろうな。
It's my fault, so I have no choice.
ではゲームセット。トップは私、園崎美音。ビリは前原圭一と龍宮レナ。
Everyone applauded as the game ended. Problem now was the penalty.
じゃあ使いっ走りの系のを買ってくるものはトップの私が決めようかね。
何を買いに行かされるんだろう。
薬局は禁じ手にしような。どうしたの？
あ？薬屋なんかに用ないよ。おじさんが買ってほしいものはね、このメモに書いてあるから。
Oh, fuck. Well, it's been nice knowing y'all.
いっぱい書いてあるよ。
A lot? Damn it. What is she making us buy?
豆腐2丁、
Okay.
シャンプーとリンス、
Okay.
みりんに油揚げ。
So far, so good. Pretty innocent, but it's probably just a really long
なんだ
list.
こりゃ。
罰ゲームってよりお買い物に見えるでございますわね。今日のミーは勝つ気満々でしたです。
快速第7条、罰ゲームの内容に逆らわない。はい、お金。シャンプーはうち果物物語だからね、よろしく。
これお前が頼まれたお使いだろ。
Oh. This at least turned out to be more innocent than I thought it was gonna be. I promised myself that if I won next time, I'd make her go buy cream. I can't. My mood is just all over the place thanks to that bitch. Okay. There are more than 4 perpetrators? Well, let us see, shall we?
自分で喉をかき破った出血性ショック死。爪の間に皮膚片が残っておった。間違いなく本人のものじゃわい。傷の形も一致する。
直接死因が自殺ってのは分かってますよ。
分かっとるわい。人為的にこういう症状が起こせんかと言っとるんだろ。
背中が痒くてかきすぎて血が出ちゃうのとはちょっとわけが違いますからね。
Wait. Been pulled out. Fingernails actually rip off surprisingly easily. I've never had it happen, but I know that's the damn truth. But it really hurts. Under normal circumstances, the pain would prevent you from completely pulling them out. Also, there was a lot of bruises on Toma Takei's body. It's clear that from the shape of them, that he was assaulted by, first by someone, or a group of people.
分泌物から見て、仏は極度の興奮状態にあったのは間違いないの。
では乱闘になって興奮のあまり自分の喉を引っかき出したってことですか。襲った連中さぞや度肝を抜かれたでしょうな。
Is it possible that in such an abnormal environment, a person could perform such acts with the sane, that sane individual couldn't possibly... Of course, those are very rare cases.
実はな、大石。仏が武器にしたらしい角材な。砂粒とかガードレールの塗装片とかそんなのしか出んかったぞい。
星の服の繊維とか皮膚片とかは
出んかった。仏は犯人を殴っとらん。あるいは殴った角材を星が持ち去ったのかもしれんの。
ならわざわざ角材なんて置いていきませんよ。全部持ってっちゃいます。
それもそうじゃの。
富武氏は結構体格もいいし肌も焼けてるし。
そうだな。よく運動しとるようだの。
I couldn't imagine what kind of sports he did when he was alive, but I think that his physical strength would be on the higher side, meaning that he would be difficult to overpower in a brawl. If a man with such physique sensed that he was in danger and swung a plank around frantically, It would be unthinkable that it wouldn't even nick the perpetrator. And his opponent was unarmed. This guy had a wooden plank, so you'd think that he'd hit them at least once.
こんだけ体格のいい相手を取り囲んで襲おうとしたら。
アホ、それは大石の方が得意だろうが。アクタレ時代を思い出さんかい。
If I was to take down this guy, how many would I need? When a group wants to take down a big prey, it's fundamental to attack in numbers. I guess about 4. Even if there was a gap in their strength, they'd manage.
だとすると、結構犯人は大人数だの。祭りで泥酔した4人以上のグループが怪しいとなるかの。
A group of 4 or more. Just, if they had so many, then couldn't they have hidden the body in a less obvious location? Or did he somehow break away from that? Oh. Then there would be no reason to commit suicide. Moreover, I still can't comprehend the irregular way he died. It's full of
こっ
mysteries.
ちもそこは重視しとる。徹底的に調べるつもりだが、あまり期待できんな。何しろ過去にこんな例はないんだからな。
期待はしませんよ。ですが結果を楽しみにしてます。
おいさん、課長が呼んでるっす。
すみません。ではまた来年お会いしましょう。
おお、いいお年をの。
Okay. And search notice. Jiru Tomosuke, deceased. Resided in a cheap hotel in Shishibone City. Registered under the name Jiru. Okay, yeah. Pen name. Okay. Travels via folding bike. No license. The bicycle was found 300 meters away, abandoned at the side of the forest path. Present on the day of the festival. Accomplice by the missing Miya Takano. Okay, that could be the woman that he was with. Was seen around 9 p.m. by police. Location afterwards unknown. Held residence in Hinamizawa for 1 week each season for the past 5 to 6 years. Freelance photographer specializing in wild birds. Check with magazine companies. Oh, fuck off. Nothing suspicious in film located among these articles of the deceased. While it was among the articles of the deceased. Mere act of violence? From the contents of his wallet, he spent most of his time around Tokyo and Chiba. Or is it Chiba? I don't know. Along with Cebu National Railway line? No individual matching the name Jiru Tomosuke in the residency records of any Tokyo wards. Compare teeth to dental records. Send to Metro Police. Attach a photo. Send to Metro Police. Contact magazines regarding Jiru Tomosuke. Okay, Mio Takano. Missing. Nurse at Erie Clinic. Became close to Tomosuke through her passion for wild bird photography. Oh, well that makes sense. Resides in Okonomiya X District X. Single. Witness accompanying Tomosuke-san in the festival grounds, currently missing. Abductive? Or maybe a suspect. An important person of interest. Had no motive to kill the deceased. Squabble from jealousy? Need to thoroughly investigate their relationship. Place of work, etc. Need to get information from the police on scene again. I want some cream puffs. So what the fuck? 4 jumbo ones. Oishi. Oh, fuck off, game. Fuck off, game. You're over here doing this to me. We're on chapter 7. and we haven't come across you know what. Like, yeah, we've come, there's been the deaths, but those were all mentioned. We never got to witness them ourselves. When are we gonna witness? I'm at suspense. It's like, it's honestly killing me right now. Like, oh my god, I have this like sense of dread and suspense and anguish. Because I know damn well this is not going to end well. And it's, oh my god. Holy shit, okay. Oh my god. This game's already fucking with me. Sleepy.
ケイチくんでっかいあくび。
I'm usually awake once it's time to eat, but it doesn't look like I can do it today.
ゆうべ遅くまでテレビ見てたら眠くて
ケイちゃんが喜びそうな番組なんかやってたっけ？
鉄線版でございますわ。
ちょっと待て、勝手に想像して決めつけるんじゃね
え。男の子なら当然です。恥ずかしくないですよ。
RIP. Rika not patting my head made me feel worse.
ちょっとこの昼休みは爆睡させてくれ。いやほんとマジで。
あら、私が黙って見過ごすとお思いで。
邪魔したら怒る。すごい怒る。はあはあ。
This was just dreadful. Just so sleepy. I slumped my head onto my desk and drifted off into an afternoon nap. It seemed that Satoko has responded, but I pretended not to hear.
さとこちゃんやめなよ。ケイチくん寝ちゃった。寝顔かいい。
後でお持ち帰りしていいから、そっとしときな。
向こうへ移動しましょうです。ケイチにうるさいと悪いですよ。
Rika-chan really is a good girl.
先生が来ても起こさないであげましょうです。
Motherfucker. I take that back. The excuse that I didn't sleep much last night was because I was watching TV was a lie. I was in bed at the usual time, but the whole conversation with Oishi-san that afternoon, I didn't get much sleep. Just spending the day like this, almost as if the incident with Tomosuke-san didn't happen at all, made me think, was Oishi-san just trying to deceive me? But it probably was the truth. One thing for certain, I couldn't speak to anyone about it. He wanted my assistance, but I really didn't know anything about it. If I knew I wasn't going to be any help, I probably wouldn't have listened in the first place. Boy. Ah. Laura, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm sorry if my, like, voice and shit's, like, kind of all over the place. There's just so much that happened so far, and it just kind of kicked my brain around. But yeah, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Whatnot today. It ended up with me again, regretting learning something that I didn't need to know. If I had never learned about it, I would, without a doubt. Holy shit! And a raid too. Thank you for that as well. I had like a mini panic. It's raid in time. Thank you so much for a raid. But yeah, welcome everyone. My name is Ash, or Ashley, whatever people prefer. I mainly play like RPG games. Most notably Final Fantasy XIV when I'm crazy and insane and thirsting for more Endwalker stuff, but that's just me. This is my first time going through Higurashi, and my brain got kicked in the dick, so... my brain got, like, kicked in the fucking dick, and so much shit happened, and now I'm just like, I'm like partially out of it, but also partially not. But yeah, I'm also partially insane. But that's a different story, kind of, not really. But anyway, if I had never learned about it, I would without a doubt be goofing off with the rest of them by now. It's definitely Higurashi. True that. True that. I couldn't help but resent Oishi-san for this.
それっていつから？
もう次の日にはいなかったって。
Huh?
綿流しの晩に失踪したらしいよ。
They're mentioning him, aren't they? Mion whispered to keep the others from listening, but I could hear it clearly. On the other hand, Rina's voice was even harder to pick up. I've always been curious about the visual novel, the end of the anime, and used to watch the game. Yeah, so like, I know about like Higurashi. I remember seeing a bunch of clips of the old anime, when I was like decently young. And I think in 2020 they did like a reboot or something for Higurashi that I started seeing clips and stuff of it sometime in either November or October. And I saw that the first chapter of Higurashi on Steam was free, so I was like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna stream it. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And you're probably wondering, for some people who actually went through, they're just like, oh, well, how are you this far behind? I've had other games keeping me down, let's just say that. The new anime is actually a different route than the one they did back then. Oh, really? That would explain why there's some scenes that I tried looking up from the old anime that I couldn't find in the new one. Because I was like, what's the difference between this and this? I was like, what the fuck? But I could tell that she was quite upset. It couldn't be. Are they talking about I already forgot how to say his name again. Damn it!
さん、けなの？
わかんない。私の知る限りではね。
I would have to feign ignorance about this topic because I needed to keep it a secret. Rather than waking up and being forced to lie and join upon the conversation, it was much easier to just sit here and pretend that I was asleep and listen into their discussion. Now I gotta hydrate. Ah, damn it. How dare must make me hydrate. Wait. Why did I have to pretend I was asleep while eavesdropping on my friend's conversation? The guilt stung.
で、他にもいるんでしょ？か。
彼女がたたりにあったのか、鬼隠しにあったのかはわかんないけどね。
Onikakushi? Wait, to be hidden away by a demon? What a mysterious phrase. I did, however, get a feeling it meant nothing good.
いや、何せよ。もう一人いるんだよね。だよね。
お社様ならね。
でも、今年は出ないよ。
バッチャと村長さんが話してたんだけどさ。今年は事前に警察と話がつけてあるらしいんだよ。
Do you know? From what I've gathered, apparently some sort of deity to them? Unless I lost track and everything else is just job in my brain, but I remember him being like, I think they mentioned him as like a deity for Hinamizawa?
何が起こっても騒ぎにしないで穏便に片付けるって。
If I'm wrong, it's probably because you killed me in Hinamizawa.
じゃあ、
why am I worried?
レナたちが知らないだけで、どこかで誰かがかもしれないってこと？
Not saying, oh fuck, I'm the reference machine, I didn't get it, oh fuck, can't believe you've done this to me.
かもね。
次はレナかな？
安心しなよ。レナはちゃんと帰ってきたよ。
でも、ダメだったんでしょ？
昔の話だよ。
This old anime. Oh. Gotcha, okay. I guess I probably should have prefaced. I've seen clips and stuff from like the animes. I've never actually watched them. I think there was a time I wanted to watch them, but I had no way of doing so. So I just kept on looking at clips on YouTube and shit. Which probably gave me nightmares as a kid, not gonna lie.
もうやめよう、この話。
Amidst the uncomfortable mood, both of them went silent. The entirety of the conversation was still a bit unclear, but a few parts caught my attention. First of all, the term onikakushi, however the fuck you say, I can't read. I physically cannot read. To be demoned away. By the context it was in, I would guess that it's similar to being spirited away. I suspected that was what it meant because Tomosuke-san and that woman, it really bugged me that I don't know her name, vanished after the Watsunagashi. The next thing that stuck around is what Reina said. There's another one, right? Mian also said, if it's Oyashiro-sama's, yeah, responding to something. If it's Oyashiro-sama's curse, then there had to be 2 victims. Is that what she meant? Come to think of it, I remember Mion saying something at the beginning that they didn't know if it was from the curse or if it was a case of the Onikakushi. It seems that the curse being demoned away are different things, and they were phenomenal. What the fuck is that word? Fuck you, middle finger. Oh, now OBS is dying. And OBS is dying. I fucking hate this program. I'm gonna switch to Streamlabs whenever I get the chance. Whenever I can get the chance, I am switching to fucking Streamlabs OBS. Because this shit never happened to me on stream. I gotta wait for it to stop. I may be doing a visual novel, but I'm gonna wait for it to stop. Is this gonna do the same thing in Minecraft where it just doesn't stop? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh my fucking god, it's actually doing this. Okay. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. It's still going. Son of a bitch. Why does it have to be me that experiences this shit? Why is it gotta be me? It's only on OBS where it does this, honest to God. Only OBS does this shit. Oh, are you done, you piece of shit of a fucking program? You're getting replaced with Streamlabs OBS. I don't care if Streamlabs has done some shit things, at least they made a functional program. Get fucked, basic OBS. Fucking piece of shit program. God damn it. Yeah, no, in the future, next stream, I'm moving to Streamlabs OBS again. I only moved away from it because they did some stupid shit. But at least their program worked. Oh my god. Anyways, where was I? Right. Oh shit, Springs, thank you so much for the raid. You came in just in time for me ranting about OBS and wanting to move to Streamlabs OBS. How you doing, by the way? Hope your stream was well and whatnot. Meanwhile, blood. That's a pretty nice thing, isn't it? Heck indeed. Heck indeed. Okay, where was I? I kind of got distracted by me ranting at OBS because of how shit of a program it is. I recalled Tomosuke's terrible end. That wasn't something, and it's doing it again. I fucking hate this program. Fuck. Do I still have Streamlabs installed, actually? Streamlabs? I do have Streamlabs still installed. And I will fucking install it again. Oh my god. This only piece of shit program. See technical difficulties? Here's the thing, Springs. OBS Studio is actually a god-awful program. It drops frames for no reason. My internet is 100% fine. It just drops frames for no fucking reason. But has Streamlabs OBS ever done this to me? No. I'm at 2,500 drop frames now because of this shitty-ass fucking program. Oh my fucking god. I'm going to replace this with Streamlabs. For my next stream, I'm replacing this fucking shit with Streamlabs. This is a terrible goddamn program and I hate it. Well, streaming VR chat, yeah. Dope. Okay, Are you gonna stop now? You're in the green, but I don't trust your stupid dumbass of a program. Granted, I've already streamed 3 hours, so I guess I'll be fine. I don't know. VR chat streaming, though. I remember a time when I used to do that. Alright. That wasn't something as elegant as disappearing. That horrendous end would be described as cursed. Then the woman with him, it means she vanished because she was demoned away? What I do know is that there's normally an even number of victims in the curse proper. And the last point that bothered me was Reina. I get that from was thought to me on. Really? I've never had the issue with Streamlabs OBS once, to be honest. Yeah, no, the delay is fucking terrible because of fucking OBS being a shit program. Like, I've honestly never had this once with Streamlabs OBS. It is only base OBS that does this. It's kind of funny. Calls out Streamlabs. I should have called them out going, well, at least their program works. That would have been funny. Reina was frightened. For what reason, I didn't know. However, she knew that something had made her a potential target for the Oyashiro-sama curse. If I recall correctly, Oyashiro-sama would be the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. Isn't a guardian deity supposed to defend the citizens and drive out invaders? If I recall correctly, yesterday, Oishi-san said that originally the targets were enemies of the village, but recently there was no longer any distinction between them and regular outsiders. But if that was the case, then I would think that I'd be the most likely target, having moved here more recently than Reina. From her composure, I could infer that she was grimly certain that she would be next. I should probably relay what I heard just now to Oishi-san, informing the police of what I heard by eavesdropping on my friends while pretending to be asleep. It made me feel terrible. It raised a few questions and left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Would it be better to not seek the answer? Would it be better to not seek the answers to those questions? As I continued to learn more and more, I felt like I had fallen past no point of no return. I would definitely regret this one day. I would definitely regret ever having learned of these events. And oh my god, the teacher approaches, and OBS is doing this again. Oh wait, it actually stopped. I just jinx it and then shit, and then, you motherfucker! I hate this program! Oh my god, and there it goes, okay. Are you done? You shit fuck of a program! OBS, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just gonna beat your fucking processor till you ain't functioning no more. What the fuck is this shit? Oh my god. And it's still going. And it's still going. Wondrous program. Wonderful fucking program. I love it. I'm gonna, you know what? Fuck it. This is a good place to stop. I don't give a fuck anymore. OBS is just gonna keep on dying. I know it sucks considering I had 2 people raid me, but fuck base OBS, it's such a shit program. So fucking terrible. Onyx, are you live? Yeah, you look live. Oh wait, if he's doing Endwalker MSQ, I should not raid him. I don't want to get spoiled. Maybe... oh my god, OBS, you're a fucking disgrace of a program, and I genuinely hope you die of heart failure, OBS. That is a weird fucking insult. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do this raid. Katie? I don't know how to pronounce her name, unfortunately, because I'm a dumbass. But One Night Hot Springs is apparently the game they are playing. I have never heard or seen this game. I apologize if I'm cutting it like this, but I'm going to go to Streamlabs OBS. I'm moving out. I am moving out from this piece of shit fucking program. 3,542 drop frames, by the way, bringing to the 1% portion. That's annoying as fuck. That's annoying as fucking fuck. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways. Y'all take care and all that shit. I'm gonna go die because I'm officially 20 and I hate my life. I don't want to be 20, but here I am. OBS, do one more thing. Let's see how far it gets you in life, you piece of shit. Anyways, I'll see y'all whenever I get to see y'all. Yes, I want to exit the game.